Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? No.
The lieutenant nods.
That's correct.
Hello.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. Good. Let's change the subject.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
It's a good sound. Really, we're just burning time now. I'm trying to juice a few experience points. You got anything more to say?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Jean.
Composure checks. Oh no, I'm actually wearing all my composure clothes already,
Hi
so
again,
let's do it.
Gendarme.
What is it about the way he carries himself? Are you kidding me?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Should probably have saved closer to that check. Ah, well, live and learn. Look how grody the water always looks around here. I'm literally going back to do that now. Like, I'm going back to the Whirling to talk to everybody because we have time to kill. Alright, I'll throw a save down here so I don't have to walk all the way back.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
This is the success check. No, you need to wait till nighttime to get rid of Kim. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're a part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
Why do you convene and what do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries, of course the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it?
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement, or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
This is gonna be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
So that was 15 experience, so like even if I didn't gain a thought out of that, which I did. Damn, I got a lot of the thoughts. It's an 8-hour project. Not 20 hours, it's 8. I won't be doing it because it confers no benefits.
The Coppernato is back. What do you want?
I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance again.
Yeah? What?
Nope, I don't actually have anything. Well, they said 20 because it's me goofing around, you know? Jean-Luc, you got anything for me, buddy?
Again? I can't believe this shit. Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Okay, the person who was shot and hanged, he might have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged.
A cover-up. Well, the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat.
Yeah. Hey, why am I telling you these things?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What?
No.
Yes? What is it?
Are you with him? Points to the man with glasses.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
He seems like a cool guy.
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries. Unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Gorosei! You got anything more for me?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Nope, you got nothing. We haven't gotten everything that's possible to get. We have actually got a pretty comprehensive playthrough right now. Because like you saw the thought cabinet, we did not have that many to go, and we've crossed off most of the tasks that we found.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression.
We did miss a lot of gloves, or maybe there isn't a lot of gloves. So electrochemistry check. Wait, is that +1 electrochemistry? It is +1 electrochemistry. This is, it may not look it, but this is the correct set of clothes for this act. We actually did get in the freezer. It took us a hot minute, but we did do it.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression. You're still not accustomed to it.
Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
Still not happening. It won't come off that.
Actually, I think you'll find that it fucking will. I think you'll find it'll come the fuck off when I tell it to. We did unfortunately miss the check to find what the expression is, which has you spend a large portion of the game wondering if you're maybe a forgotten disco star. No, it hasn't all game because I haven't passed this one check in the bathroom mirror.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
But I demand to pass it now. It's a very difficult check for me because I don't have very good electrochemistry because I don't want to be like riddled with fucking impulses to drink and do drugs all game. But if I did that, I'd lose my,
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Like, I get the feeling getting to the end of the game without having indulged like that will probably reflect well on you. Well, it's not a zero. You keep saying that. You keep saying that every time I come across a mildly challenging check.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, you're clean shaven.
It's literally not, though. Like, they show you the dice roll it does every time.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Betcha I can do it without the alcohol or the droogs.
a mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
You're just a coward is the thing, is what it is. No, it's that I've committed this far to doing the game a certain way, I might as well go all the way.
It's like
there,
something
bam.
snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Look, my character portrait changed and all. The character portrait changed even.
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus an old toothbrush.
Search for the prep time
There it
again.
is, the orange sun wearing blister pack. You feel almost nostalgic for it.
Just take it in plain sight.
The lieutenant looks toward the door as if he didn't see you pilfer that sweet prep tide. Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
No, I won't be taking it, but I will be taking it. Okay, so it's a drama check up top, so... Which is what I'm here for, is to pass this drama check that I haven't been able to for a while. Don't know if you know this, but this is the most dramatic look. Yeah. Is there anything more I can do with the window?
2 neon-lit shapes.
Nope.
A man.
I hate that this is a loading screen. Like, I'm a bit concerned about how small the areas contained between loading screens are in this game. Like, I'm wondering what in how the software was programmed required them to make it so small. No drugs, we're teetotal this time. We can do, the thing is, you can do other playthroughs. There's a high intelligence art cop playthrough I want to do where you get very, very powerful.
Hello,
Okay.
officer. What brings you up here again?
This is a 97% chance. I'm gonna do it.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
This is the outfit I needed to wear for drama to wake up.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
He needed the piss F.
Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
The questions here are wild, actually. Like, this is a lot of, like, real commitments to nonsense. Your real name isn't Claudia Amandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Voice cracks suddenly like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
I knew it.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
It's the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Claudia Amandu. It says Anouk Maya Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
West of the boardwalk on the coast.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds? We have to check this boy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a Bergen sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
Could it mean Glazia is an allacronym for Katarzyna Alazie?
Wait, Klazia is an abbreviation?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Glazia?
Who gave it to you?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
I'll keep calling you Klazia.
That's cool.
She doesn't feel like a Glazia. She feels like nothing.
You're probably not even Miss Aranya 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
Drama hates her now. Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know that number, and that someone coughed, it means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
She sounds like a 6th grader, apologizing.
That's why I do this, for the conceptualization point.
You sense a little hesitation there, or maybe even fear. The stress was on the wrong syllable. Welcome to the wake-up club, brother.
Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Man, I don't really... I don't really want to jump. What if I told you you're under arrest, Klazia? I don't really want to jump to that, but like I want the points.
Klazia.
She repeats with a pained smile on her face, her back pressed against the railing.
It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
Who was he?
He was a writer. He made Oranislet. And I destroyed him. I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation.
Authority.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough.
Oh man, Half-Light popped up and he doesn't ever pop up because he's pretty low.
That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay.
Please no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
Oh, now there's more. What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
The fact that we have unsaved and resaved from the Ruby confrontation has given us some information about this that leads me to believe this is not true. Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex?
Sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs.
Yeah, she's bullshitting us.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up, like she had a plan.
And the fact that, like, it took this much pushing, like, we had to get her right to the edge to get to this point, and she's still, like, trying to give out more facts about the case.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself, the lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased. Was she threatening you?
She came over one night.
Yeah, that too.
Said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
How could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs.
And how the fuck would you know that?
She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
How the fuck do you know that? That door was blocked from the inside. We only got the key from where it was hidden.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
The door was barred from the inside, though.
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Okay, I'm arresting her. This has gotten completely fucked. She's made me more willing to arrest her by the stuff she's done to try and stop getting arrested. That's all good, but I think we should take you in just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know. But I don't deserve thing. That's some multinational
She's gearing up for a...
shit. You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised. Definitely, sire.
What will have changed in 2 months, or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
There is desperation there, in that silence. A cornered animal looking for a way out.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
I also find it hard to believe.
Don't. The world can change. It has changed before.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she?
I'm definitely a communard, but I
This
also
was
don't
her
fucking
last
believe her for a
card.
second anymore.
There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours. You alone stand on the throne of your mind.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Literally the thing that's going to make me not just arrest her is that Kim would not be here for the rest of the day. Because we're running out of days, so I I mean, yeah, she's lied to us, but no, Ruby didn't do that yet. But if what she says is true, then we're not just detaining her, are we? And what do I care if she does run? She hasn't done anything, like, super bad. Yeah, that part does concern me some. Alright, we'll arrest her.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation. I can do this on my own. She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs at the Whirling in Rags. Or outside your shack.
Alright, there you go. Maybe. We're just kind of letting that roll. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but it's at a certain point it's out of my hands too. I can't take responsibility for everything everyone does. Not by myself, are you kidding me? That's a terrible idea. Oh, why would I go to find the scared woman with a death ray and a gun alone? The only thing stopping her from killing me right there was that the gun is a one-shot reload, one-shot thing. If I go alone, she's just gonna pop me.
Just dragged her away, huh? Stone cold. Didn't think you had it in you.
Didn't have it in. He didn't have what in me? To arrest her?
Yeah. You ruthless son of a bitch.
Nods approvingly.
I certainly didn't have it in me. I always let the pretty ones go. I'm soft like that.
Yeah, like when we let old Clancy's widow walk.
Oh, Denise, the diner girl. The milk rack on that one.
Can't say I wasn't sad to see her go. Our Claudia there. Her face when your friend walked her out. Goddamn.
It was the normal thing to do. She was a flight risk and I'm a cop.
Yes. Normal. Nothing to do about it now, I guess. I just hope she can game her way through the system and come out the other way. Don't think I forgot how I specifically let you know how I felt about her arrest either. Now, what do you want?
His tone is friendly now, and the last words are actually accompanied with a little smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't I don't have that option anymore. But I think I earned his approval. There is actually a couple checks that I can do. No, it's just like in terms of what you would actually arrest her for, I don't think she I don't think she did anything particularly that was worth being arrested and dragged in front of an international court for. Yeah, she's untrustworthy, but I'm not necessarily sure that was sort of worth dragging her in for, I guess.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
So I take it that's your skiff?
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days? Put your hand in the rain.
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am, no problem.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think it'll be ready? There's something I might have to check out on one of the islands. The origin of a shot.
Shot, huh? The boat will be ready when the sea turns and the winds settle. You can't command the weather, officer.
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days.
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
It's an installation. Very conceptual.
An installation? Us poor people are stupid and don't get installations. All I see is a heap of trash. This actually calls for a funeral, I think.
You suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? To play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities, like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area, or...
I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my nets. But daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, what are we talking about here again?
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I don't think think that I'm going to... I think I'm either going to achieve that check or not. I'm not going to be fucking doing around the wild shit. There was 10 experience points to be extracted from that, so...
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down. Oh. An instant... Aye. What?
Life world.
Oh.
It's going to be quite...
But daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream.
Just have them.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
She needs to go on a date with another drunk.
Oh,
damn it. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand. You asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
I will not be getting drunk for that. Alright, let's go look for this buoy. Since we now suddenly have nothing but time to kill. West of the boardwalk. Oh, I got an idea. Before we do that, I'll put on my perception clothes. So that I can perceive. Yep, this is what it is. These are the clothes for perception, tall boots, and whatever that hat is. Done, but okay. Oh, what are we doing here?
Hello again.
I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Yep, the child and the man and child are definitely hitting him. Let's find this boy. Could this be the buoy class he told you about?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer, this must be the buoy Claudia mentioned. Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies.
Pick up the buoy.
You lift the buoy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Sniff the buoy.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Examine the plastic ball.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked. Primitive construction, but it does the job.
Shake the buoy.
There's something in there, splashing around.
Open the buoy.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else. Another identity misplaced. There must be some cosmic conspiracy afoot.
Stare into the empty buoy.
The buoy continues to be mostly empty.
Maybe Claudia took him herself.
No answers appear to you in the dirty seawater at the bottom of the buoy. Just the heavy smell of brine and silt and disappearance. You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
This was just another trick to get us away from her so she could escape. Anyway, we leveled up. Where to put it though? How the fuck is my last thought going? God damn, 59% complete. This thing takes a long fucking time. Yeah, I think you might have... Hey, my half-light is at 1. What do I want here? Really max hand-eye coordination, so... Yeah, let's dump a point to authority. Okay, well... We have some books to read. Don't think there's anywhere else to explore. No, of course not.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Okay, they require you to... Alright, there's an interfacing check in one of the books, so let's try that. Although I think for interfacing, only my special rubber gloves have any actual bonuses to offer. Yep. Yeah. Wait, no, I was already in my inventory, fools!
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behaviors. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species
what problems do these
among the
birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least pet owners. Or it is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day. And you're right. Ouch. Not performing.
Am I not going to get my interfacing
Yes,
check? I guess not.
Birdie.
Okay, fine. Wow, we actually have a lot of books. We have more books here than I thought we had. Jesus. Alright, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine the cover.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, "Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen." That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Start reading.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home, where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights. An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law.
Look, I can't judge.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
No way Mullen did it.
Of course Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana DeNerva.
Nice, a dame.
And not just any dame. She's truly one in a million, a knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Man, who doesn't?
Secrets are the currency of human relations. Your secrets are unknown even unto you. So does that make you a rich man or a beggar?
Now it's getting interesting.
DeNerve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
What's that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana DeNerve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is enough to commit the murder.
I want to hear about the politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Okay, let's get on with the story.
One evening, Diana DeNerve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
Nice, get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana DeNerve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, There was something else I meant to tell you. I love Mass. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I got some questions first.
What is it, Detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born to be a detective?
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
Okay, maybe not. There are parts worth saving.
Like what?
Friends and family?
Do you even have those?
I've got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him. It's true in more ways than you know. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp. Is it really so?
Like do what? The art thing as well.
You don't know how you know, but you can feel this book laughing at you. You think contemplating art is going to save you?
So there's the one I'm actually going to give, and then there's also, hey, fuck you, book. Give the book the finger. Yeah, I do. I'm the goddamn art cop, after all.
Whatever you say, art cop. The book has stopped laughing, but you can feel it grinning smugly at you.
Hey, fuck you, book. Give the book the finger.
You know you look like a madman, right? Giving an inanimate object the finger like that. So, who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
The junkie art collector?
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Finish the book.
You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone. Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Stupid old horse glue.
Yes, blame a dead horse for your fat, clumsy fingers. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Put the book away.
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads, A Primer for Small Kids. There's a bear involved.
Exactly what I need.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
On what?
The alphabet.
Flip through the pages.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet, with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
Let's do this.
A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete. H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Yura. K is for Collapse. L is for Laudanum. M is for Myriad. N is for Nadir. O is for Oriole. P is for Perihelion.
Yeah!
Q is for Quasar. R is for Rhododendron. S is for Sinus. T is for Tricolor. U is for Ultra. V is for Vector. W is for Varheit. X is for Xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for Zenith.
That's it?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
What is called the IL, the international language developed by scientists from Grad in the 20s. Sinus means sign, for example. Why did you let me do that, game?
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekatina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do that in Grad.
How long is this book, anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Start reading.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugo-Grad riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
What happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Read 10 more pages.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft.
And the woman?
She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Put the book away. Can I do anything with these flowers?
Somewhere in central Jamrock, Lieutenant Kitsuragi steps into the public library. Rows of shelves pass on either side. You feel he should be here for this, for in-depth flower analysis.
I guess I can't.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
It's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology.
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
I mean, yeah, we can go see who's around. Have I been up here yet? What's up here? Oh, it's just leads. Oh. Now I'm disappointed and sad. Oh, oh. The shot couldn't have come from here. Trees blocked the way. How am I doing points-wise? Okay, I'm probably not gonna... Probably I've had my last level up. Unless I get a, like, substantial amount of points from Ruby. I'm wearing my... Yeah, I'm wearing the horrific necktie, that's good. I don't think Everett will have much more to say to me, but fucking, I've got nothing else to do.
Looking for something odd? Come to...
Odd that you didn't catch this graffiti earlier. Van Eyck Overdrive. Yes.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Actually, let's cycle dialogue for you.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes? Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
Let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
I don't even know your name. Who are you?
Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or revolutionaries and the sort. An alias. A nom de guerre.
Well, I met Mañana. That's a sweet-ass name.
A name worthy of the man who holds it, friend. Names are important.
Have you had any other names?
Plenty to go around. Don't get greedy and try to swipe mine, though. You got your own.
So it's a nom de guerre?
A nom de guerre would be more like Guerra Mañana.
He chuckles, then he realizes something.
Now that we are getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
My name's Harrier Dubois, I think.
A strong, solid name telling of dedication and honor. Well met, Harrier.
Who do you think killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Everett says Titus Hardy and his boys killed him.
That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, he was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Were you involved in his death?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He believes the Hardy Boys could have done it.
Thank you. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
I'm just gonna talk to everybody on the way up here. Even measure head, although I'm not... Do I want to fucking try to pass the light check here?
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Isn't Everett the Union boss white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I have gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask. Who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Pay.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol?
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself, endomorphic blob.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures down to the lorryman on the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenology grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman.
Oh, I'll do the white check, but I'm not going to internalize the racist shit.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
I don't want to do that.
Yes, better not to expand your mind in this direction. You may find out too.
Yeah, okay, I passed the check, we're all good. Fuck off, measurement. Fuck. He sucks so much.
The payphone hangs mute.
Oh, okay. They won't let me do the payphone anymore. I'm like, payphone time, and the game's like, no! You can't. No rule of threes, you did it twice, you failed twice, fuck off.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Yes?
René left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
Take the uniform.
As you take the colorful uniform, a few cookie crumbs fall to the floor. René must have a sweet tooth.
Have a seat.
The
Rest.
chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Search for a little something something to help you out.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. Maybe this was a bad idea.
Take the
You
painkillers.
take the painkillers. They are yours now.
Get up.
You stand and exit the booth.
So I got 2 pieces of clothing out of that, so what, anything good? Royal Carabinier pants, which is a +1 to reaction speed, that's okay. Royal Carabinier jacket, +1 to Revacholi and nationhood. Proud nationalist. Nope, gonna put that one on. Can't even see it under this jacket. Yeah! This is the correct outfit. Can I go down these stairs? Oh. I'm collecting all the everything, so I have it. Incidentally, those weren't drugs, those were healing drugs that you take to heal yourself.
Welcome back, friend. What can I do for you?
You don't got anything left for me. Hey, when you get near him, your real indicator just goes like goes to like 6 figures just getting near him. I just noticed that. Alright, I'll go talk to Everett, then I'll probably have to stop for the day because I got an appointment. Just going to my GP to get a refill on something. Nothing major. But I gotta go.
Mr. Dubois, every worker is a god, right? What can I do for you today?
Oh. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light bending guy inside.
Mega rich lightbending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
Slime like him must have oozed in through the cracks.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich lightbending guys.
think he wants to take down the proletariat, Everard.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega-rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbour's fog lights. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container town.
Mind you, it's also distinctly possible that the game will just like, no, you have to do this with Kim here. Like, that's what it's done a couple times. But yeah, I'll give it a try. Just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window. Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I have a few more questions about the harbor.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, very... Most certainly, Harry.
Nothing about the murder either.
Are you...
Alright. Yeah, we got him. We did get a little more experience out of it, so that's okay. Alright, I must away.